When you think of a heavyweight, what's the first thing that pops into your head? A boxer, maybe? A weightlifter? Well, today we're talking about the real heavyweights of our planet, the most massive animals to ever walk on land. And trust me, some of these giants are not who you'd expect.
So, who really are the heavyweight champions of the land? We're about to do a countdown, from the surprisingly hefty to the truly colossal. All right, let's get into it. First up, let's talk about the surprising contenders. These are the animals you might not think of as huge, but believe me, they carry some serious weight. And they're still incredibly agile. Kicking things off, we've got the kudu, coming in at about 600 pounds, and right next to it, the wildebeest at a solid 650. Now, to put that into perspective for you, that's basically like cramming 3 or 4 adults into one single animal. But here's the crazy part. All that weight doesn't slow them down one bit. Kudu are amazing jumpers. They can just sail over obstacles. And a wildebeest? It can hit speeds of 50 miles per hour. That is some serious power and speed right there. Okay, next we're moving on to an animal we all know and love, one that's famous for its power and grace. Yep, the horse. And check this out, a horse can weigh 1,200 pounds, basically doubling the weight of our last contenders. All that muscle is what lets them carry us around, pull massive loads, and just explode with that incredible speed. All right, let's leave the grassy plains and head way up to the frozen north, because up there, the top predator is also a certified heavyweight. A big male polar bear can hit a staggering 1,700 pounds. That massive body is covered in a thick layer of blubber, which makes them the perfect rulers of the ice. Okay, we've just hit a huge milestone. We are now entering the ton club. These are the animals that weigh over 2,000 pounds. From here on out, the numbers just get bigger and bigger. So, who's our first member of this very exclusive club? Well, it's an icon of the American plains, the mighty bison. Coming in at a solid ton, that's 2,000 pounds, the bison is basically a wall of muscle. You combine that weight with its giant head, and you've got an absolute force of nature out there on the plains. Our next contender is, famous for its height. But don't let that long, slender look fool you. The giraffe is packing a surprising amount of weight. Get this, a giraffe can weigh almost 3,000 pounds. And it makes sense when you think about it. To support a neck that long, you need incredibly powerful muscles and super dense, strong leg bones. It's a true heavyweight. Now, let's try to really visualize this kind of power. A Cape buffalo weighs around 2,500 pounds, which is about the same as a small car. There's a reason they're one of Africa's most dangerous animals. Just imagine that much weight charging at you. No thank you. All right, get ready for another massive leap. We are now entering the 5,000-pound league. These aren't just giants anymore. These are the giants among giants. The weights are about to become almost unbelievable. First up in the 5,000-pound league, the hippopotamus. That's the weight of 2 small cars. All that bulk makes them practically unstoppable in the water. And they're shockingly fast on land, too. Right there alongside the hippo, also tipping the scales at 5,000 pounds, is the white rhino. Now think about this for a second. That's like the weight of a small school bus, full of people. It's literally a living, breathing armored tank. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. There can only be one animal at the very, very top of this list. The undisputed heavyweight champion of the entire land. And the undisputed champion is, of course, the elephant. But it's actually a 2-tiered victory. First, you have the incredible Asian elephant weighing in at a massive 11,000 pounds. But even that is dwarfed by our ultimate champion, the African elephant. At an unbelievable 14,000 pounds, it is, without a question, the heaviest land animal on the planet. What's truly remarkable, though, is that all that colossal power is matched with this incredible intelligence and a famously gentle nature. They are the absolute definition of a gentle giant. This chart just says it all, doesn't it? The jump from a 650-pound wildebeest to a 5,000-pound rhino is huge. But then, the leap to the 14,000-pound African elephant, that's a whole other league. The sheer scale of life on our planet is just breathtaking. So, we found our land champion, but that leaves us with one last really interesting question. If 14,000 pounds is the limit on land, what kind of colossal giants are ruling the vast, unexplored depths of the ocean?